Because a constituent of mine came to me with her experience of it, and it wasn't just the shock of being spiked by injection on a dance floor in a club just down the road from Gloucester. It was what happened afterwards. It was when she went to the police, when she went to the NHS, the business that actually you need to, if you like, be tested very quickly. Otherwise, whatever the chemical involved disappears, so you haven't got any evidence. And that is part of the problem, that people aren't able to sue successfully. Plus, under current legislation, there are two things that are illegal. One is spiking someone for sexual motives, and the second one is the sort of the poison that goes in. Both of those are illegal, but there isn't a specific offence of spiking itself or the intent to spike. So from a police point of view, it's much harder to sort of go on to a dance floor if you're called in and say, right, you were spiking or you were trying to spike, we're going to look at the CCTV and we're going to prosecute. Much harder. So if you talk to students, there's no doubt that there is a lot of spiking that goes on. Some of it in the drinks, if you like, the traditional spiking, and then some of it on the body as well. And both of those, in my view, are unacceptable. It makes life much more frightening for young people, makes going out for a night out much less fun if you're worrying about this sort of thing. And I think the government should act, and I think the government will act, which is good news.
And the act would look like the act you want to see is what?
So the crucial thing is to have an offence of spiking or the intention to spike. So people who are carrying drugs, for example, that they're going to slip into drinks, or carrying a needle that they're going to use on a part of a body, that would be a criminal offence. And I think it would have quite a salutary effect on what goes on in nightlife.
Would you need to do random searches to make that work?
Possibly. And in a way, you could argue some of those should be happening anyway. You also need nightclubs who are going to carry testing kits so that you can get an immediate test. You need the police and the NHS to work more effectively so that people can go and get instant help. I suspect, a sort of police nurse would probably be the best place for it if you're reporting it. So there needs to be a whole patchwork of stuff around it to make it meaningful.